The Frank Show now on KLPX.
All right. It's 9:04. It's The Frank Show. And, hey, I'm glad to see in the studio our guest and good friend George Hammel again. George, good morning.
Hey, boys.
How's it going?
That's doing awesome, man. I'm really, really excited to talk with you guys on my new ventures.
When was the last time we saw you? Was it a year ago?
Shoot, yeah, I think it was probably right around a year ago.
Yeah,
maybe even
it was for the Iron Man, right?
Yeah, and that was it March 2013.
Yes.
So
Wasn't Tour to Tucson, was it? Did you come in again for that?
No.
yeah, I don't think so. Maybe I did do a debrief about the Iron Man. No, I don't think so.
Oh, I remember you brought one of your bikes in. Anyway, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, you guys too.
We are watching a YouTube video. Tell us what kind of racing you're doing now.
So I do. It's called short course off-road racing.
Yeah.
And the vehicle that I drive is called the Polaris Razor, and it's the stock class, which is the most popular short course off-road class that you can get at the regional level.
Right.
Hey, by the way, big props to Polaris. My family, at least one family member, has probably touched that vehicle in making it.
Oh,
that's in my hometown.
Yeah,
Polaris is.
The manufacturer, the company there, they build them all right there.
So basically, what you're saying, Sherm, is we can get a sponsorship from Polaris now.
Maybe.
So this is what you're driving? That kind?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Okay.
exactly the car.
No, I want to see. I want to see.
The thing that every time we go to, we have a remote at Ride Now. I want
Right.
to sit in that thing.
Yeah. So, all right then. How long have you been doing this, George?
Let's see. So I actually got the vehicle in January is when I picked up the actual car.
Okay.
And I got a really good opportunity because I've been researching it for 3 or 4 years now. Because my whole goal with doing the Iron Man and all this stuff was to get enough notoriety to be able to establish some sponsorship and some relationships with people that would help me achieve my goal in racing off-road cars.
Right.
And I was able to do that, with all my hard work and dedication to the Iron Man and to the bicycle events, and obviously being able to walk again. And
can you remind everyone about your paralysis for those that may not know?
Yeah, so back in 1998, I used to be a professional dirt bike racer, and I broke my back, and I had a spinal cord injury at L1, which is in your lower back.
Yeah.
And when I did that, I broke a bunch of other bones, but for about 5 years, I was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And then the next couple years, I used forearm crutches to be able to walk around with leg braces. And to this day, I still use carbon fiber leg braces on the lower portion of my body.
But you can run like the wind, which is great.
Well, I can't run,
Oh.
but I do have movement with my quadricep muscles below my waist, so that supports the lower portion
So
of my
when you
body.
do triathlon...
I did that racing wheelchair. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the only way I could actually do those events was when I was sitting down.
Yeah.
So sitting down in the wheelchair, sitting down on the bicycle.
So it's not like Forrest Gump with the leg braces.
No.
Do you think you could get to that point maybe, or no?
I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I kind of feel like I've hit a plateau.
Yeah.
Just
Sure.
because, my legs are as strong as they're going to get.
Uh-huh.
But I couldn't be more blessed, man. It's like a miracle already. So, I'm just going to keep trucking.
You're a million times more active than most non-paralyzed people.
Well, any of us, for sure.
Yeah, for real. And watching you racing those cars, I don't know if you heard me talking earlier. When I was working radio in Tampa, I got to do Mo-Kart, which is indoor go-kart racing.
Yeah.
So much fun. And every day when I drive into my neighborhood, I take those lines like I'm racing those go-karts. I take inside lines. I've got to swerve across the road to avoid oncoming cars, just because once you get into that mindset of racing and learning how to race, it kind of carries over to everything else, it seems like. Has that been the same experience for you?
Yeah, a little bit. On the street, I drive like a grandpa, though.
Yeah.
But, I take out all my anger on the racetrack.
Dude, wait a second. You drive like your grandpa? Are you listening to old people music too?
No, not usually. I usually listen to punk rock or some hip-hop.
So you're listening to punk rock going like 30 miles an hour and at 25. Do you even go that fast?
I usually try to stay, not 5 above the speed limit.
You are a grandpa.
I don't know. Frank would probably pass me doing like 100.
And he would hate you. He would flip you off. He would honk at you. And then he might even slam on his brakes a little bit when he got in front of you.
When I had to take this online course for my red light ticket on Saturday, one of the questions was, it was like multiple choice. Like, do you get angry when people are driving too slow? Sometimes, always. Yes, always. It's always the person driving the speed limit in front of me that just makes me nuts.
Driving the actual speed limit, not under necessarily. Yeah. It could be the actual speed limit. And you'll get pissed off.
Driving under is even worse. But when you're just doing the speed limit, I can't. Something flips in my brain and it just makes me insane.
Well, maybe I should clarify a little bit so Frank doesn't cut me off.
No, he will.
So I do, the speed of the traffic pretty much. Like if you were to actually, without getting too technical, if you were actually to go around town and just do the speed limit or do 90, you still get the same.
Yeah.
So you get to the same place at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's one of the points they tried to make in that online course. They're like, let's look at the numbers here. Johnny drives from point A to point B at the speed limit, and then Davey drives 10 miles an hour faster.
He gets there 2 minutes faster.
Yeah, and I go, great, I'm there 2 minutes earlier than I would have been. That's exactly what I want.
But even in California, you can only do 55 with the trailer, and even when I go through California, I'll still do 75 on the freeway with the trailer just because it's such a pain in the butt.
Well, I'm so used to driving at least 7 over here. A year ago, I had to drive through Texas, and I was doing 7 over.
Yep.
And there were like 3 troopers that flipped their brights. One guy pointed at me. It's like 7 over, guys. Relax.
No, but this is Texas.
I want to get in on this. George, it looks like you're having a blast doing this racing.
Would you like to do the jumps and stuff, or do you just like the street stuff?
I don't know about jumps.
Really?
Yeah, is there like a weight restriction?
Well, there's weight restrictions in the classes just because your car can't be super heavy or super
weight of the
light.
car. Yes, weight of the car.
It's not what I was talking about, but right on.
Why are you scared of jumps?
Well, George broke his back. I mean, I've got a good reason sitting in front of me to be afraid of jumps.
These cars are a little safer though because they have a roll cage around them.
Roll cage.
I was going into a corner at Wild Horse Pass, which is up in Chandler, Arizona, at my second race, and one of the front axles broke because we had a ball joint come loose, and the front axle broke, so it tucked the outside front wheel underneath me, and it kind of did like a 360 barrel roll flip.
Okay.
And I landed on my wheels, and it all happened so fast, and the cars are so safe that I literally didn't even miss a beat. I just put it back in gear, and I tried to take off, but the car wouldn't go because it was, broken.
So, yeah, I'll do the jumps.
Yeah.
So if you're in a roll cage like that, and you're not going to miss a beat on when you're rolling it like that, yeah, I'm down.
And the suspension is bitching, man. It's like a cushion.
I would just like to do a couple laps. I wouldn't even have to like dive into it. It would just be so much fun to get back in and...
Would you be comfortable going into corners at 70, 80 miles an hour?
After I got the hang of it, sure.
Yeah, it's sweet, man.
Yeah.
Getting all
are you
sideways.
asking me these questions to feel me out, to see if I have what it takes? Is that what you're doing?
Well, we have a little practice track that we go to, so maybe on the weekend.
Yeah.
Do you have a whole team with you?
Well, yeah, it does take quite a bit of people to actually, participate. Obviously, we only have one driver, but I would say most of the work takes place during the week, making sure that the car is prepared. And then on the weekends, there's a lot of, tuning up of the cars and changing settings. And you also have to be able to repair the vehicle very quickly and have extra parts because they break down, a lot more than, a normal vehicle would.
I'd be useless. I'd be of no help to you there.
Well, you could be a cheering squad, maybe drink a couple beers and...
Isn't that reserved for the ladies?
So, what's your point? I'll cheer you on. I don't care.
I'll hang out with the wags. Yeah. I don't care. Yeah. You still with your chick, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, she's doing awesome, man.
Well, you should have brought her in.
Yeah, she had to work today, but
tell her we said hi.
Definitely, she said hi as well.
Good, yeah. So how have you done? Any big, strong performances on the racetrack, George?
Yeah, I've actually really impressed myself, and everybody else has been pretty pumped too. I'm part of a team. It's called the Rockstar Energy Polaris Razor Racing Team. It's called the UTV Wolfpack.
Okay.
And they're based out of Southern California.
Yeah.
And that's who I ended up buying my race car from.
Okay.
And I got the opportunity to help them out and drive for them here in Arizona. And so the second race, I think it was the second or third race that I did, and it was at Wild Horse, which is up in Chandler.
Yeah.
I got some good practice. I broke down with the crash that I was just telling you guys about in the first one, and then the second day, I was able to actually get a third place and podium and get the interviews and stuff. It was really cool, man.
How much did it cost? Because you just said you purchased your vehicle. How much?
Yes. So the race cars they range from anywhere from you could probably get in a stock Polaris with some modifications for about 20-25 grand, but the car that I have was about 45.
So what do you do? You lease it?
No, this one's purchased.
So you got your Polaris, you said is about 40, 45, and then that's because you got, what, satellite radio?
Yeah.
Do you really?
It's got DVD player, all that stuff. No, but I didn't end up paying that much for it because it was a used 2013 vehicle.
Oh, you always go used.
Yeah. It's useless because if you go out there with a brand new vehicle, it's
gonna, yeah.
How many miles were on it?
Well, it had a race season on it, so...
Ooh, how many miles did you put on in a race season?
Not very many. Like, I don't know, maybe...
That's awesome.
Maybe 120, 200. Like...
It just looks like it's a ton of fun, man. It
120
really
miles, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, because the tracks are only 1.5 miles long usually.
That's awesome. Yeah. Getting a used one is the only way to go.
Yeah, well, they're still beat up, though, because you break a lot, so you still have to fix it and, go through the vehicle.
Yeah, but you're going to have to do that anyway, right? They're gonna break.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
All right, when's your next race, George?
So this weekend is a hometown race here in Tucson.
Okay.
And that's the main reason I wanted to come and talk to you guys, because this is the first race of its kind here in Tucson, the first ever, Lucas Oil Regional short course series, and it's going to be a huge event. It's really cool, and I want everybody to come out and support Tucson as much as possible.
It's Lucas Oil. That's a real deal.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the real deal. I mean, the class that we race with the Razors, I mean, it's the top dogs. It's the baddest guys.
It seems like an event like this would normally be held in a bigger city instead of a place like Tucson, one of these secondary markets.
Yep, exactly. Most of the time, it's Phoenix or Southern California. So it's I want everybody to come out and support it and do as much as possible. It's at Tucson International Raceway, which is if you're familiar with where the Triple T truck stop is out on I-10. It's just a few miles south of there.
We're all very familiar with
Have you eaten at Triple T, George?
Daily.
Get out of here. Never eaten there?
I love that place. Omar's?
Oh, that's the diner inside?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I love that place.
Sounds like you do know.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just a lot lizard.
In fact, the last time I went, I got chorizo.
Get the hell out of here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the real lot lizard because I just went there to take photos.
Sure.
Maybe that was you that we saw walking in the back.
I was there when they were delivering ambulances to Antarctica, which I didn't even know they needed.
Yeah.
They got ambulances in Antarctica. I had no idea. George, you've talked me up here like I could maybe weasel my way into a practice spin or two around the course.
I think you'd love it.
I would. I know I would. And then you guys need another driver for your team? What's going on with that?
Yeah, I think we always need more drivers. There's plenty of room on the track for everybody.
Let me follow up on Sherman Ray's question a few moments ago. Is there a weight limit for drivers?
No, for drivers there isn't. So what it is it's 1,100 pounds with vehicle and driver.
Okay.
So you'd have to take like the roll cage off, right?
I don't think they'd be too happy with that.
How much is the roll cage add?
The roll cage adds quite a bit of weight, but it's
like 500.
No, not that much, but maybe 150 pounds.
Yeah. Trim it down.
This for you, George, is way easier to do, right? In that you don't have to diet. You can eat whatever you want now.
Yeah, compared to training for like an Ironman.
Yeah.
But I still have to be in decent shape to be able to do it. You do get kind of tired when you're in the vehicle.
Sure.
It's about when you're in the cockpit. It's probably gets up to anywhere near 120, 140 degrees.
See now Frank's not going to want to do it.
And
there's a temperature,
and you have to wear all the fire retardant suit. And
you ever keep any fruit in your glove box for when you get a little hungry for a snack or anything?
Skittles.
120 to how much?
Oh, I don't know. I could probably get anywhere upward 130, 140 degrees.
But keep this in mind also, Frank. This is a great diet because by the time the race is over, you probably lost about 5 pounds.
Or I'm dead.
Or you're dead.
I can usually get like 2 or 3 Gatorades down within 5 minutes after I get out of that.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
You got to replenish your electrolytes, George.
Big time.
Yeah.
I really think though, like for you, since you like doing the car stuff, you're good with your feet and you're good with your hands, like on the steering wheel. I think you'd have a great time.
Oh, I would. It would. It just looks like it's so much fun. Yeah, I watched your YouTube video earlier this morning, and my eyes were glued.
Sweet, man. Well, for the race this weekend, I brought some tickets in. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, let's do a few pair.
Yes.
Yep.
880 KLPX 880-5579. And tell me where the race is again.
It's at Tucson International Raceway out on Los Reales Road. I don't know the address, but it's out on Los Reales Road. Towards
and what time?
I think it starts at 3:30 is when qualifying starts. It's Friday night and Saturday night, so it's under the lights too, which is really cool.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. it'll be awesome.
Is there somebody on a microphone that's making crowd announcements?
Yeah, there'll be an announcer of the whole deal. I mean, it's the real deal. Like, there's a bunch of people going to be out there.
Frank was trying to do that.
No, I know. I got invited to do track announcing at a dirt track in Glasgow, Kentucky in 1993. And the guy said, hey, come out Friday night and watch me do it, and then come back the next week, and then it'll be your turn. So I went out there and I watched him, but I never went back. I don't think this is for me. All right, very nice. Your website, georgehammel.com, is up, and the video that we all watched is on your website. You can check it out there, right?
You sure can. There's a bunch more stuff that's on there too.
And
Hammel is Hammel.
Yep, perfect.
georgehammel.com, and Supercuts is really taking care of you, huh?
Man, they are such an awesome company. I couldn't have asked for a better title sponsor, man. They first of all, they make my hair look really good. But
that's true.
But they've helped me a bunch, man. They've given me the opportunity to be able to, promote myself through their retail locations, and they've been giving their customers discounts. You know, we have all kinds of coupons that we're going to be giving out at the races for discounts. So if you stop by the pits, we'll give you coupons. We're going to have raffle for T-shirts, all that good stuff.
It just doesn't. Part of me, Tic Tac, feels like it's not really fair that we're not allowed corporate sponsorships, because I think I could really do good work for Golden Corral. That's a little buffet joke to end the segment.
I would have went Newtown buffet right by you.
All right, George, I love having you in. It's good seeing you again.
Thanks, boys. I appreciate it.
And make sure to check out George